Maybe it's not about the money.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
Look,
you've been in this too long.
I'm just.
I don't know a single human being for whom it's not about the money.
Pay that man his money.
It's another one right there. Okay. Back here on the Rich Eisen Show, getting ready to have another brother from another to watch right here on NBC Sports on Peacock, along with Michael Smith. Is Michael Holley. How are you, Michael?
Rich, I'm doing great. It's not about the money for me, my brother. It's all about the love.
About the old Benjamins. What do you think of Harden's choices these days? What do you think?
Who, James Harden?
That's the Harden, yes, sir.
Rich, please explain James Harden. Please explain the fascination with James Harden to me.
Oh,
I don't get it.
I didn't think you'd go in that direction, but why? What do you mean you don't get it? First of all, he's one of the best offensive players we've seen maybe in the last 25 years, if not ever. You could make a case about his statistics.
He's got some of the best. He's got some of the best numbers,
right?
That we've seen. But this calling him a top 5 player, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. He's not a top 5 player. And it just bothers me. I don't like watching him. I don't like his game. I don't get him. I really don't. So there are players, and just to be clear, there are players throughout NBA history that I haven't necessarily liked, but I understand their greatness. With James Harden, I don't like watching him play, and I don't understand why people think he's great. He can score, but he's not on the level with LeBron James. He's not on the level with Kevin Durant. We can't stop describing him like he's in that rare air. He's not.
Well, he hasn't won, it all, right? And hasn't shown that he can take over a game when it's the most important game of the year that we've seen. His Game 7 history numbers off the top of my head, I don't have at my fingertips. So you could make that case, but I think the fascination with him is that he can score, and that he can score at will. He can score in a way in NBA.
So can Bernard King.
No, trust me. Who is, by the way? Well, you're talking my language.
So can Carmelo.
By the way, Bernard King is one of my favorite players of all time. So you're talking. You're talking my language.
I like Bernard.
So
I like Bernard. I really did. I love him.
But I think the fascination with Harden is that if he goes somewhere and teams up and creates a super team, that it would basically remove the pressure for him, because he would go somewhere where he's not carrying the entire load, and he would also make that team a championship team on the spot. I think that's the fascination with him, if I may say.
I don't think he would, because if you're forming a super team, let's say he is one of 3. So it's just a math problem, and one of those 3 guys is going to have to decrease. He's just going to have to sacrifice his game. That guy is going to be a star player somewhere else, but when you're one of 3, somebody is just going to have to step back. And so I don't think he'll do that. That's one. So he'll feel like, I'm not going to sacrifice. And secondly, out of all these great teams, I haven't seen a champion yet, including the Warriors, who, for my money, are the best team I've seen when they had Kevin Durant. I haven't seen a great team win it and be poor defensively. I don't think that's happened in recent memory. Can you think of anybody? I can't.
No, I'm racking my brain over here. TJ, I'll toss it over to you.
If he goes to Brooklyn, for example, I know that's not going to happen. But if he does go to Brooklyn, then you got 2 guys who aren't known for their defense, Kyrie and Harden, and that leaves it to 32-year-old Kevin Durant to carry them defensively. I mean, Durant can do everything. I love him. But I just don't know if that's the construction of a championship team.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to break up. Who's going to break up their team to go there?
Talking about this with you today,
yes.
Rich.
What?
You just called me in a weird mood. You called me in a weird mood where I'm like anti-Harden. I think I was arguing with Michael Smith about Harden, and it just carried over to our conversation.
No, Michael.
I'm bringing baggage to this relationship. And
I think
a good thing.
I think you're just getting ready for Kendrick Perkins to talk about the subject on his show, and when he's joining, you got to bring your A game like that. I think that might be what it is.
That's right.
And then you also have Chris Sims getting ready to talk about the Carson Wentz situation in Philly, which is just truly one of the most fascinating stories of 2020 that I don't think anybody saw coming. Because we have never seen a situation where a player gets their, if you will, supermax, like the NFL would call, contract, and they are suddenly, upon signing that contract, totally regressing to the point where he has to be benched. And I've not seen that. I've not seen that. And if Wentz was in a part of his career where he was going to go ahead, and if he was in year 4, year 5 of his contract, they'd be getting ready to release him, a la Mariota or Jameis or Trubisky. They would let him go. So this is fascinating to me.
Yeah, you're right, and to me too. And I wonder where you stand on it, because I still think Wentz has a lot of good football left in him. I think they have not done right by him overall. Look, he's played poorly, been sacked a lot, he's thrown a lot of interceptions. But if you look at their moves, like move by move, since they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, a lot more losses, front office-wise, personnel-wise, than wins. And it's just been it's a bad surrounding, bad atmosphere for him. But all that being said, I think he still has some winning football left in him. It's like MVP-level football left. What do you think?
Oh, Wentz?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Or do you think he's done?
I don't think he's done. I just don't think he's going to that MVP season. He had all the pieces around him, from the players to the coaching staff, with Frank Reich, who was on that staff and will never return to that staff. Entirely possible that Frank Reich loves him so much and says, okay, Phillip Rivers just left, we'll take him. But not with a contract like that and the way that he's performing like this. Like that's my concern for him. I don't think he's done. I think he can still be an effective quarterback in the league, but as the guy who can make you the 1 seed because he's making every throw and he's not making any mistakes and he's not throwing his body around, I fear those days are done for him, quite frankly.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Rich, like there are certain quarterbacks who can perform with whatever you give them. I mean, you look at Aaron Rodgers, who's never had a first-round pick drafted for him at wide receiver. He never has in his career. That's amazing. And Tom Brady had it once with N'Keal Harry, and that didn't work out so great. But I'm saying those guys, even if you gave them undrafted free agents or second or third-round picks, guys who are not highly regarded in college,
right,
they can still get it done. I don't think that Carson Wentz is that guy, and that's no shame in that, because that's rare. I mean, I just named 2 guys who can do it, and they're the all-time greats. I think you still have to do more for him. And look, if they do everything they're supposed to do, and he still is playing like this, then okay, yeah, you're right. Maybe that day is over. But I think there's a lot more left, and that the front office has gotten a bit of a pass. Front office and coaching staff has gotten a bit of a pass in this situation.
I think, and here's the crazy thing, that the more confident quarterback on their roster is the kid that they're starting. And, that could change within the first half because the Saints defense has been marauding most of their opponents. But I'm very much looking forward to seeing Jalen Hurts in this opportunity. I'm a big fan of him. I love his moxie. I love his heart. I love his game. I love his athleticism. I love his mind. I love everything about him. And I think that that's the issue that might send Wentz to the bench myself. But I'm also a glass half full guy. I jumped all the way in on Tua, and I'm still waiting to see him perform consistently. And he's got a big, huge roadblock in form of trying to go point for point with Mahomes this weekend. The Week 14 docket is just, honestly, I could talk all day about it, and I unfortunately can't because your show is about to start in a few minutes. I don't want to get you in trouble.
That's one of those things of, hey, I'm just going to let you go really nicely. I could talk about it all day. I know you can't. Well, it's about time for you to get going.
Well, no, it's being mindful. Again, I know producers in this business are being like, where's Rich? Why isn't he not here? Even though he's never missed an assignment. Like, why isn't he in the chair? What's going on? Oh, he's on the phone. He's on the phone with another show. Like,
they're naturally nervous people. I think that's what you're trying to say.
Well, no, I say they're naturally. Shall I say cautious people.
Oh, cautious.
How about that? Not
That's a nice
nervous.
way of putting it.
No, because the best producers don't let the person in the chair know that the perfect storm is hit, and you just sit there and think that there's not a single ripple on the pond. That's the best producer there is. I used to have a producer on SportsCenter who, with Stuart Scott and I, when we used to go like 2 minutes over, and we knew we were going 2 minutes over, and he would tell us to rap, and then the commercial break would start, and the first thing you'd hear in your ear would be this. Then he would drop an F-bomb, and he'd go, we got an effing problem here. We got an effing problem. Hold on a second. And then like Stuart and I would look at each other, we're like, I guess we kept talking, huh? There's Don Bowie telling me, all right, rap, but in a very calm way. That just happened.
That's great.
That's the story.
And I want to applaud you before you kick me out of here. I want to applaud you and the social media team with the lyrics to go from A Tribe Called Quest to announce your lineup today. I don't know if you're aware of this.
Yes. No, of course, Michael. I chose it. It was my choice. It was my choice, and everything that T.J. Jefferson does is with my aware and thumbs up and okay. So, no, I delegate. I delegate to my social media grandmaster. It's his job. It's his role. It's his.
I like to put a tribe on there whenever Michael's coming on because
There it is.
Michael Holley introduced me to A Tribe Called Quest back in the day.
Oh,
so.
I thought you meant member of the tribe. It is the first night of Hanukkah.
That is true.
All right, I got to let you go, Michael. Your show literally starts in seconds, and a great chat with you. Say hi to Michael Smith. We'll see you.
That is hilarious. That may be the funniest thing you've ever.
Have a good show, Michael. Have a good one.
All right, Rich, TJ, see you.
My man.
It's Michael Holley, everybody. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.